Happy Monday. You have arrived at Yoga Fusion, the 45-minute class. And the main prop we will be using is a chair. So hopefully you have one that might be similar to this one or not. We prefer no arms because we kind of move from side to side throughout the class. No wheels on the chair, please. This is just a very basic metal folding chair with some upholstery on it. So the chair is the main prop to be having for this class. We don't go to the floor. So if you are anxious about that, just let that worry go out the window. If you might have yoga props and you want to have them nearby, it's a good idea. These are yoga blocks. They could be substituted with 2 water bottles or 2 canned goods of equal size and weight. And those are optional. So if you don't have any of these things, don't panic. Just we can offer modifications. If you have a yoga strap, that would be great. But that could be substituted with a scarf or a belt or a dog leash or a bathrobe tie. So that's easy to substitute. And maybe you might have hand weights available. And if you do, I have one set of 1 pounders. You could also have a set of 2 pounders, nothing heavier than 2 pounds for this class. So if you want to add in weight to make it a little more challenging, you decide, you know where you are in your exercise regimen. So listen to the body, listen to the mind. And again, if anything that's being offered doesn't work for your body for whatever reason, you could modify, you could do something else, or you could skip it. So just use your best judgment and we'll proceed from there. Let's start standing. You could also do this one sitting, but if you can do standing, that's wonderful also. We're going to just start lifting the heels. So the idea here is to start with the crown of the head lined up with your tailbone, the coccyx bone. You're not jutting the head and the neck forward. Maybe the shoulders can roll up, back, and down. As you bicycle pedal those heels, nice and easy. So lifting the heels as high as they're willing to go and pressing those 5 toes into the earth, spreading the toes wide for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take it back down to stillness now. Shifting the weight over to the left leg. Let's lift the right ankle, the right heel, and just start circling that ankle. There might be some pops and crunches there. Don't panic. That's just usually air or gas in the joint working its way through. Nice and easy. So what's initiating this motion is the ankle joint, not the knee or the thigh. That just goes along for the ride. Let's go the other direction, warming up the feet and the ankles. So we're trying to get as much flexibility and strength going in those feet and ankles. And that's useful for fall prevention. So you have a little bit more strength in those lower appendages, maybe averting falls. Let's go ahead and circle that back down to stillness and go ahead and shift the weight to the right leg and lift the left heel. Same idea. You're standing tall on that supporting leg. Maybe hands on hips here, little baby balance challenge, maybe not, maybe fingertips on the chair. You decide. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's take the feet a little bit wider apart now, and we're going to start swirling the hips. So the feet could be a little bit wider than shoulders or shoulder width apart here. And imagine you're on the inside of that barrel, that invisible barrel, and you're trying to hit each point on that circle as you move those hips 360 degrees. If you need more support, you could be behind your chair while you're circling the hips. Hands could be on the back of that chair. Let's go the other way, the other direction. So think about inhaling as you go forward, exhaling, squeezing navel to spine as you go through the back. And maybe the torso wants to get involved here, but maybe not. Maybe you want to keep it just in that hip area. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Corkscrew back to center. Shoulders roll forward, up, back, and down. Oh, I also forgot to mention that if you feel like moaning, groaning, sighing, that's perfectly lovely. You can let out some sound. Very therapeutic, cathartic. Oh, and we're all muted, so you will only disturb the parakeet or the dog, wherever you are in your space. Let's go ahead and go in the other direction. Back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Nice and gentle. Big full breaths here. Let's not forget about the breath. Very important. Let's bring that to stillness now. Nice big inhale. Arms float up to the sky. Exhale, arms press the air down by the side of the body. Inhale up, knees are soft. Exhale, press the air away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, fingers stretching to the sky. Exhale. Let's keep the arms up to the sky now. And you don't need to look at the ceiling. But imagine you're climbing that invisible rope here and getting a nice tug to those muscles that attach to the side ribs, the intercostal muscles. Oh, and here again, these moves could be done in a chair if you have trouble standing. So you decide which way you want to modify. Nice and easy for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And arms come to stillness now. Let's interlace the fingertips, press them in front of the body. Inhale as you press those palms up to the sky. And just a slight rounding here. Exhale, navel to spine as you take the hands right in front of the chest. Inhale, stretching up towards the sky, shoulders drop away from ears. Exhale, rounding and squeezing navel to spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Really stretch those fingers. Inhale and exhale. Let's come back on up. Palms face the ceiling. Maybe the legs want to go a little bit wider here for more support. And let's just start circling the arms. See if you can confine that movement to the hands and the arms. Do not swaying the body excessively. And just pressing those palms towards the ceiling like you're cleaning a spot on the ceiling there. And stretching out those fingers long. Go ahead and reverse your circling now. Nice and gentle. Big full breaths all the way down to the bottom lobes of the lungs. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's bring the circling to stillness. Planting now through the 4 corners of each foot. Let's just tilt over to the right. You're grounding through that left foot now. If you need more support, right hand could come to right hip and you can bend that top elbow. Otherwise, fingers are interlaced. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, stretch the palms away. And the idea is to keep the chest square to the front of your screen or your space. Inhale and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms stretch away. Everybody's right hand comes to right hip. And now let's just circle the wrist and the fingers. Oh, maybe you want to flick some imaginary water off the fingertips. You're circling the wrist. You're stretching the fingers long. Let's reverse the circle of the wrist, opposite direction. Oh. And let's bring all of that motion to stillness. The top arm stays more or less straight. And we're just going to make circles, little circles with that top left arm for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other way with the circles. 4, 3, 2, yeah, and 1. Bringing that to stillness. Arms come overhead and just float that left arm down like it's stinking through the vat of honey. You're not going to let it flop down, tempting as it might be, and just shake that out. Shake out those arms, anything that needs a little bit of wiggle, wiggle it out. And then nice big inhale up. Exhale, the palms interlace, the fingers interlace rather. And we're just going to tilt over to the left now. A modification would be left hand to left hip as you bend and straighten that top elbow. You decide. Otherwise, the palms press away, the fingers are interlaced, the chest is square to the front of your screen. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Now everybody's left hand comes to the left hip. You're still stretching the fingertips to the side wall. Start circling that wrist, maybe flicking imaginary water off the fingers. Oh, and keep circling those wrists. And then when you find the opportunity, you're still wiggling those fingers. You circle in the opposite direction. Very nice. Standing tall on those 2 legs. Yes, indeed. Let's bring the hand and the wrist to stillness. That top right arm stays more or less straight, extended, and you're going to start circling with that top right arm for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle the other way for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh boy, coming to stillness, coming back to center, floating that right arm down, triple slow time, like it's sinking through a vat of honey. And then again, just shake it out, nice and easy. Okay, let's just take the legs nice and wide here. And we're just going to swing the arms here. This should feel good. Just stretching out any tension that might have built up while we were lifting our arms to the sky. And do a little self-massage here while you're at it. If you can lift the opposite heel as the arms swing the opposite way, that's a little balance challenge there, right there. And then once you've got the arms and the legs working, each time you turn, twist and look over that shoulder to the wall behind you. Nice and easy here. Let's do 8, 7. Be sure to twist and turn. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back now to center. We're still swinging the arms. And now we're just going to stimulate that chi belt, the only horizontal meridian in the body that's right here where we're tapping on our internal organs, waking them up. And that backhand, when it hits in the back, should go a little bit higher to tap on the kidneys, waking them up for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And now bringing those arms down to stillness. Let's take the toes pointing forward. They could be, I'd say, shoulder width apart for this. Maybe hands on hips, maybe hands or fingertips on the chair. Knees track over toes. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1. You're in your baby squat. Lift all 10 toes. Rest of the foot stays on the earth. Press the toes back down. Lift the toes. Press them back down. Spread them wide. Lift them and press them for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Staying in this very baby squat. Let's draw the arms forward here. And then straighten the legs as you come on up. Drop the arms. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, straighten those legs. So now focus your attention on those 4 corners of each foot. Where is the center of gravity in each foot? Just noticing, spreading toes wide. You have a nice steady base on those feet. And then as we keep bending and straightening, maybe you want to add a little lift in the heels, maybe a little lift in the balls of the feet, maybe not. A little sway with the feet and the arms now. Lifting for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center. Maybe you're near your chair, maybe you're near a wall. Little pulses here, and then you're just going to start coming up on the tippy toes, rocking back on the heels. The arms are still for now. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come on up to tippy toes here. Tippy toes as best you can. Maybe one arm comes up. Now find a drishti point, a point that doesn't move to help with balance. Maybe you want to stay right here. Maybe a second arm could come up, maybe not. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down. Heels return to earth. Shake those out. Those calves should be a lot more awake now. Let's go ahead and sit in the chair. I'm going to grab blocks, but blocks are optional. If you don't have them, don't worry about it. If you could sit more forward on the seat of the chair, that's preferable, instead of just collapsing into the back of the chair, all right? So sitting on, let's say, the front half of the seat, the legs are nice and wide for this. Nice big inhale up. Exhale, let's just float that right arm, forearm down and press it into that right thigh. That top left arm reaches to the sky. If that top arm isn't working for you, let's take fingertips to shoulder, or other option, hand to hip, as you look over the shoulder to the wall behind you. Meanwhile, the forearm presses into the thigh presses into the forearm. So we're tilting over to the side, big stretch in those inner thighs. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody's hand now comes down, that top hand. Wrap it around the back part of the skull, and we're going to do circles here with your elbow. If it's better, let's do fingertips to shoulder. That's even better, more comfortable. So circling with that elbow for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reversing 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center very slowly. Shake anything out that needs shaking. Little wiggles. And then come back to center. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm presses into left thigh. You're tilting over now to the left. That top right arm, the fingers stretch to the side wall. The chest stays square to the front of your space. And you're breathing. Options are fingertips to shoulder or hand to hip. So you decide what works for you. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Everybody's fingertips now, right fingertips comes to the shoulder, circling the elbow. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Reversing 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center and wiggle and scooch wherever you need to do to feel a little bit more loose. Let's go ahead and take the arms out to the side. Inhale, interlace the fingers. And now we're wrapping those fingers behind the back of the head. You're not going to jam the back of the neck or the head with those hands. They're just there to be placed nicely. So let's just start. Inhale. Imagine those bent elbows are like butterfly wings. You're being pinned to the back wall. Inhale. And then a very gentle curve. Exhale, bringing those elbows together or close there too. Coming back up. Inhale, open, spread your butterfly wings. Exhale, close and squeeze. Do not yank the neck. Inhale, open. Big full breaths. Exhale, close and squeeze. A few more, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Let's come back on up. Hands stay right where they are. Let's go ahead and cross right elbow to left knee. Exhale. Inhale, lifting that knee. Left elbow to right knee. Exhale. Inhale. For 8, 7, 6. Squeeze those abdominals. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Coming back to center, unlacing, unwinding those arms, and just floating them down. And now let's go ahead and take the hands to the thighs here. Thighs are still spread out wide, 30 to 45 degrees. And if you're pressing here, press on that soft part of the thigh. Avoid the knee joint. Do not be jamming and pressing, please, on the knee joint. So from here, we start in the middle. Inhale, and then exhale, just taking that right shoulder over to the left. You're looking over that left shoulder to the wall behind you, and you're pressing away with that right hand on that thigh. Inhale, come back on up. Exhale, cross left shoulder over to right knee. That left hand presses that left thigh open as you look over the right shoulder to the wall behind you. Inhale, come back on up to center. Exhale, going over to the left. Couple of breaths here. You're pressing open that right thigh with the hand, but you're not pressing on the knee joint. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, crossing over to the right. Left hand presses into that left inner thigh. Breathing. And then come back up to center. Let's go over to the left one more time. This time we're really going to hang out here. Pressing that right thigh away. I've got my left forearm on my left thigh. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back up to center, nice and gentle. Inhale, exhale, going over to the right now. That left hand presses that left thigh away. You're looking over the right shoulder to the wall behind you. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up to center. And then just shaking everything out. Let's go ahead and just shake the legs out. We could do that. Nice and easy. Let's do some more strengthening of the core, abdominals. So you're sitting tall in your chair. Maybe you want to do this half and half, but you can decide. Let's extend one leg long out into space. The foot is flexed. And here you could be scooted back more towards the back of the seat. Maybe the second leg can come up and the feet are flexed. Arms are going to come up to the sky. Shoulders are going to drop away from ears. You're squeezing your abdominals. You're engaging the core. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staff pose. Go ahead and lower the legs and lower the arms. How was that one? Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, we're gonna come back up to standing, mindfully standing on the four corners of each foot. And I'm gonna take the chair and I'm gonna face the seat of the chair. I'll do this on an angle, so hopefully you can see better. So I'm gonna face that chair, the seat of the chair, and I'm gonna take the legs nice and wide, really stable, not narrow, nice and stable and strong, wide legs. And we're just gonna go ahead and bow down to the seat of the chair. Maybe you want to grab the back of the chair as you place the forehead maybe on the seat of the chair and just hang here, letting that back stretch out. This could be viewed as a wide-legged forward fold. The hands could hang off the back end of the chair, maybe, just depending on what chair you're using. Big full breaths now into that back body. Inhale, lower back, middle back, upper back, noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling, upper, middle, lower back, noticing the pause at the bottom. One more, just like that. Inhale, feeling the lower back, middle back, upper back, noticing that silence at the top. Exhaling, upper back, middle back, lower back, noticing the silence at the bottom. And then as you're ready, taking the hands a little bit farther, closer to the body, I'm grabbing around halfway along the edge of the seat of the chair. And I'm going to bring the chair fairly close to me. So we're going to just do some squats from here. Inhale, bend, knees track over toes. You're opening up those hip creases. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on one, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's stay down in your optimum baby squat here. Lift right heel, press it down. Lift left heel, press it down. Left and right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh boy. Back to center. Grab the sides of the chair. Heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. You decide. And let's just micro bend the knees left and right here. Back stays flat. Big full breaths. Crown of head still lines up with tailbone. Don't let the head dangle. Let's bring the legs to stillness. I won't mirror you for this. Inhale, right knee to nose. Exhale, straighten the legs. Pelvis stays square to that short end of your seat here in front of you. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-extend that leg. Flex the right foot. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, straighten the leg for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rebend that knee, float it out to the side. 4 circles in the air. 3, 2, and 1. Reverse your circling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Float that foot down to meet the right, other one, the left foot. And just micro bend those knees left and right. Whew. And now we'll do the other side, shifting the weight into the right leg, left bent knee into nose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the leg, flex the foot. The knee is a fixed point in space. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Rebend that knee, float it out to the left side. Circle in the air for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reversing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Float that foot down to meet the right. Micro bend the knees left and right. It's okay to say ow. And then you bring the legs to stillness. You can walk yourself upright. And let's just roll the shoulders here. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. And allowing the eyes to drop closed if that's available, or soft gaze on the earth. And just notice where the energy may have moved in the body. Heart beating, blood flowing, chi, life force moving throughout the system. Couple of deep, full breaths right here. And then opening the eyes, and we're going to use the chairs as a prop, a secure prop. We'll do a modified tree pose. So we're going to shift the weight to the right leg. And you're going to take the left heel and tuck it into that right ankle. The left thigh splays out to the side, but the hips stay square to the front of your space. Now, maybe you want to take the foot to the calf. Maybe you want to take that foot to the thigh. You decide. So I'm going to stay down here at the bottom here. So left heel into right ankle, and the ankle presses into the other side presses into that ankle. So let's float one arm up to the sky. Find your drishti point, a spot that doesn't move. It could be on the floor, it could be on the wall in front of you. And maybe you want to lift a second arm, but maybe you don't. And we're breathing, shoulders drop away from ears for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, maybe you want to wave your branches in the wind. Maybe you don't. Focusing on that drishti point. Nice and gentle. And now we're going to bring our branches to stillness. Palms meet in prayer. Dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart. Lifting tall on that standing right leg for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms can come down, foot can come down, shake everything out. How was that side? And remind yourself that the balance shifts from day to day. So we just keep doing the balancing work regardless. Some days it's wonderful, some days it's completely absent. No worries. So most of the weight will be in that left leg. You're going to take the right heel and tuck it into that left ankle. Maybe you want to go to the calf. Maybe you want to go to the thigh. Never the knee joint. Do not ever put that foot on that knee joint. Not good. So you're pressing that left heel into the right ankle into the left heel. Maybe one arm wants to come up. Find that drishti point. Maybe a second arm wants to come up, but maybe it doesn't. Drop the shoulders away from ears, and you're breathing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the breeze comes along and the branch is going to start moving. Big full breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Branches come to stillness. Palms meet in prayer. Dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart. Lifting through that standing left leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Arms come down, foot comes down, shake everything out. How was that side? Wonderful, equally hideous, whatever. No judgment, okay? We're wonderful for doing it. So I'm going to grab blocks. If you don't have blocks, don't worry. Again, I'm sitting close to the more front part of the seat of the chair. And we're going to take the arms out to the side. And the legs are going to be, I'd say, about 30 degrees open. Room for the torso to come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And now tilting halfway down, coming down with a flat back. Breathing. Crown of head is stretching forward. Imagining there's a strap around your hips pulling you to the wall behind for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower those arms down, and maybe the blocks can come directly underneath the shoulders. And if you don't have blocks, just go as far down as you can to the earth with your fingertips. I'm walking the blocks forward until I come to a sticking point. If I go any farther, I'll fall off my chair. I don't want to do that. So if you can, you're stretching those arms out as long as they're willing to go. You're getting some lymph pumping in the armpits there, another place where it likes to dump. And maybe here, if you can't reach the earth, forearms could come to the thighs and little rocks from side to side here. Try not to let the head dangle. You're still lining it up with your tailbone, crown of head, lined up with coccyx bone. Oh, squeezing abdominals. And let's walk the hands over to the right now. Oh, breathing, saying hello to your right thigh and your knee. Oh, maybe little rocks, micro movements here might feel good. Maybe not. Just paying attention, being mindful. Walking the hands now over to the left. Oh, saying hello to your left knee and thigh. Maybe micro movements here, maybe not. Breathing. Let's come back to center. We're going to walk the blocks back towards the torso. One hand on thigh, second hand on thigh. Let's roll some shoulders here, nice and gentle. And for a special treat, we'll do our foot massage today. How about that? So I'm crossing my right foot over on top of my left thigh. Avoid the knee joint as usual. And you're going to take your hand and you're going to grab the 5 toes and you're going to flap them back and forth like you're fanning yourself on a hot day. And you choose your location. Mexico City, maybe. And so you're flapping those toes back and forth, getting some blood flow going in there. And then when you feel sufficiently done with that part, you're going to take each individual toe and massage the toe from the base of the toe to the end of the nail. And you're going to do that with each individual toe here. It should feel pretty yummy, especially if your feet are tight and sore. If you find any tender spots, you can pay more attention there. You can massage a little bit longer, a little bit deeper if it's tender. You decide how you want to approach it. And I like to really dig down there at the base of the toes. The feet and the hands are where all the meridians in the body end, so we need to pay attention to those places. Now I like to do, once you've done your toe massage, taking your fingers and just rummaging around on the underside of the toes, where we never go, except maybe if you're washing your toes. And then when that's done, I'm going to take 2 thumbs and I'm going to massage the big toe ball mound and the little toe ball mound, moving those thumbs in towards the center. And then those thumbs are going to move down the inner edge and the outer edge of the foot. Don't forget the arch. And then you're going to massage the heel. I like to use both hands for the heel. And then I like to take the ankle, and I like to do opposite ways with the hands on the ankle. So you're going opposite, back and forth, giving a nice hit to the ankle area, the Achilles tendon. And then bringing that to stillness, taking your fingers and just moving down the tops of the foot, top of the foot, like in the trough between where the bones are, and just really doing a nice steady pressure there on top of the foot. And then we're going to take a soft fist here, and we're just going to pound the arch. We're sitting tall for this. Try not to slump. A little pounding there in this magic spot in the arch. And then we're going to take the two hands and we're going to gently pat that foot all over, the ankle as well, the heel, everything. And then if you want to go harder, we can even do it more vigorously to get blood flow going in there. Oh, this should feel lovely. And then bringing that to stillness and then noticing how that foot feels compared to the other foot. I have a huge difference in my feet. And I don't think we realize how tired the feet are until we actually start massaging them. So let's flap the 5 toes on the other foot. You've got the ankle crossed on the thigh, not the knee joint. Oh, and this foot might feel totally different. Maybe it's more sore, maybe it's not. So you're going to flap your toes until you feel like you've done a good job with that. Then take each individual toe from the base of the toe to the end of the nail, and you're going to massage each little piggy. Yeah. And send some love to your feet. They've been carrying you around for a number of years. And each toe gets lots of love, lots of attention. And again, if there's any special sore places, you can pay more attention there. This is a good thing to do before sleeping at night. You could even put on like an essential oil like lavender or massage oil. And then once you've done each of your 5 toes, you're going to rummage around on the underside of the toes. The technical term, rummage. And then when that feels sufficient, you're going to take your 2 thumbs and you're going to start massaging the big toe ball mound and the little toe ball mound as you move towards the center of the foot there, up in the front. And then the 2 thumbs are going to work their way down the outer and inner edges of the foot. You're going to massage the arch. And then you're going to work your way toward the heel. Give a nice deep tissue massage to the heel. And then when you get to the ankle, you're going to do the opposite movement with the hands if that works for you. Give that ankle, the Achilles tendon, all the 26 bones in each foot, a little treat here. And then once you've done working on the ankle, you take a soft fist and just pound the arch a little bit. And then you're going to take your 2 hands and you're going to gently tap the foot. And if it feels right, maybe do it a little bit more vigorously, slap it. And then bringing that to stillness and unwinding, and then noticing how your feet feel. You can go ahead and sit back in your chair, but sitting tall in your chair. Just noticing those feet. And let's just take a big inhale up. Hands come down the midline, coming down the midline. And then just placing those palms on the thighs. The feet are flat, rooting themselves into the earth. They should feel delightful, hopefully. And the crown of the head is lifting up to the sky. So imagine now that you're placing those feet in a delicious hot tub. Relaxation forming in the soles of the feet. And then that hot tub water covers the feet, moves up into the ankles, and then the lower legs. Deep relaxation enveloping the calves and the shins. It moves up into the knee joint. Deep relaxation moving into the knee joint, the complex structure of those knees. And then it moves up into the thighs, allowing the legs and the feet to become very, very heavy. The relaxation moves into the buttocks, the pelvis, the hips. The low back releases. And then the relaxation moves up into the belly, the waist, the torso, enveloping the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, all the vital organs deeply relaxed. It moves up the chest and into the shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It envelops the throat and the neck, and then it envelops the head all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the earth below supporting you, the stars, the moon, the galaxies above. Noticing the space you've created inside the body and the space around the body. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And as we rest here in Shavasana, here's a brief quote from Pema Chodron from her book, When Things Fall Apart. Cultivating a mind that does not grasp at right and wrong, you will find a fresh state of being. The ultimate cessation of suffering comes from that. Finally, never give up on yourself. Then you will never give up on others. Wholeheartedly do what it takes to awaken your clear-seeing intelligence, but one day at a time, one moment at a time. If we live that way, we will benefit this earth. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.